Today I'm going to talk about informal assessments. Informal assessments are not standardized. They help educators learn about students' needs. They can give a baseline to help measure student progress. They show the progress students are making, and they can be unique to the student based on their needs and learning modalities. Exit tickets are a great way to informally assess students. They provide a quick check on student understanding and learning. When given the exit ticket question before a lesson, students have clear expectations of what they should be learning throughout a lesson, and their responses really help teachers decide how to continue their next lesson. A cool idea I thought of was that students could tweet their responses. I think that an advantage of that would be that it's quick and easy for teachers to see their answers within the hashtags, but disadvantages would be that some students may or may not know how to use the iPad or Twitter versus pencil and paper exit tickets. And in addition to that, some districts do not have devices for students to use. Quizzes is my favorite informal assessment. I use it daily in my classroom. It's a great way to see how students are doing at the completion of a lesson. The data that I receive tells how students are doing individually and as a whole group. And then the data can be help create a very personalized small group instruction. I can take just the students that are struggling with one particular area and work in a small group with them. This is an app or a website that's already using EdTech. The advantages of quizzes is that it's fun, provides immediate feedback to both students and the teacher, and it prepares data, so I don't have to do any of that work. Disadvantages are that some districts do not have the devices for students to use, and realistically, it works best when it's one-to-one. Every student has a device, and that's not always the case. Portfolios are a great informal assessment that help collect special work of a student in one place. The students' work and achievements can move with them from year to year, and then we can track their growth, and it's easy to see that. I thought we could use the Seesaw app or even Google Slides to help with that as an EdTech. Advantages would be that it helps keep student work in a safe place so paper wouldn't get lost or damaged, and that students would be learning how to use the device themselves. They can create their portfolio on their own, so they'd be learning a cool tech thing. The disadvantages are, again, lack of devices for student use and the lack of understanding of the students. So there might be a little bit of an additional teaching on the teacher to do with the students versus just having a folder portfolio for kids. Interviews is the last one I'm going to talk about, which I love to do. It's asking students questions. Specific questions helps you to see how they're doing and then how they're doing on a deeper level. Students are also able to explain in their own words. They can use pictures or diagrams to show understanding, especially for students who may or may not be able to write. This is an awesome thing. I thought a fun idea or a way that you can use an interview and use EdTech is to record the interview and then also replay it back to the student. That way they can be able to listen to their answers and see if what their voices actually said is what they really meant, and then you can kind of go back. I think it's a fun advantage to informal assessments, and it gives teachers a way to listen back for record-keeping purposes. Some disadvantages are the fact that some schools do not have devices like this to use. And in addition to that, the interview might go really well, but if the recording fails, it's hard to redo it. And that's an in-the-moment kind of thing, so that would be awful. In summary, informal assessments are a great way for teachers to gauge student learning and understanding. It can help teachers decide where to go with their next whole group lesson. It can help create personalized small group instruction. It can be made fun so these students enjoy being assessed in these ways. EdTech can help bring these assessments to a whole new level of fun for our students. Who knew assessments could be fun? And here's just an image of my students enjoying a quiz is assessment. So into it, as you can see.